Okay, hi guys. So I have just realized this that I think people are, because at least I am recently using manifestation as an excuse to actually push away my dreams, and this happens so unconsciously, and you don't even realize it's just happening in the background. You get so desperate that you actually sound like you are begging for what you want, and that actually does more harm than good, because it pushes your dreams, your goals further away. And I'm going to just explain how. Okay, and this is totally unplanned, so I don't know what am I going to write on the board. But for people who do not know what manifestation is, it is usually just believing so hard, visualizing so hard, and actually working towards it to a point where you actually make your visualizations a reality. Okay, at least for me, in the most simplest terms, that is how I would put it. ओके, एंड ऑफ कोर्स आई एम नॉट ओनली सेइंग कि यार तुमने विजुअलाइज कर लिया या तुमने बस सोच लिया, अपने विजन बोर्ड को देख लिया, दैट इज इट, ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. बट you of course have to put in actions. The only reason why this helps or speeds up the process is because what you think becomes your reality, right? And I think this is a very common sense wala baat. Even if you don't understand, the only thing you have to understand is the more you think about something, the more you are living in that version of yourself, and the more you're going to attract it. You want to act towards it, and you are literally going to make it your reality. So the more you think about something, the more you're going to attract it, the more it's going to be a reality. And when you see the same thing every single day, constantly, again and again, so it being your vision board or you thinking about a future life, it is going to become your reality one day. That is why people emphasize so much on the type of content you consume or what you should actually be seeing, because what you see also affects the way you think, and it can change your mindset, and that is so important. That is why having a vision board is so effective. That is why constantly thinking about your future and acting on it is so important, because it's always keeping you on your foot. It's always reminding you, okay, this is the future, this is my goals, this is what my future self looks like, this is what I have put myself up to for this year, and that is how it helps. Now, that is all manifestation and visualization is all about. Okay, and how we are putting it away is, I'm gonna need a minute to think. I am ready. मैंने उतना सोचा भी नहीं यार, क्या ठीक है. This is, suppose this is a person. Okay, suppose anyone, this is a person, and this person has a dream कि चलो मैं अपना ही बोल देती हूँ. I want 95 के ऊपर in boards. ठीक है, 95 plus in boards इस बंदे को चाहिए. अभी सीन क्या हो रहा है? Okay, now this person worked hard, put in all of the effort, has done all of the studying, and is a hard working kid. So ideally अगर उसको 95 के ऊपर नहीं भी आए, उसको 90 के ऊपर तो आ जाना चाहिए, मिनिमम. ठीक है, 95 is his delusion, is his attraction, what he wants. ठीक है, and he's possibly believed कि उसको मिल जाना चाहिए. And फिर क्या होता है? Then everyone starts talking about the OSM scene जो हो रहा है कि OSM है, पेपर अच्छे से करेक्ट नहीं हुआ है, ये वो, and he starts building fear. ठीक है, he still tries to believe, but when that happens, what happens to his mind is he gets desperate, he gets anxious, and now that belief and that assurance that he had कि okay, I deserve this, I am worthy of this, and that it is coming to me, that shifts to anxiety and fear, and that pushes the manifestation to desperation. And then he is questioning, do I really deserve a 95? मतलब I am तो खुश with a 90 plus also. Do I really deserve a 95, or do I really can I get a 95? And then desperation kicks in, fear kicks in, anxiety kicks in. All of that pushes this away. So now this 95 is not something he is manifesting anymore. He is literally, okay, He's literally begging for it. Do you see what is happening? Okay. Now, this is not the same thing because this isn't manifestation anymore. And now he doesn't believe that he actually deserves or is worthy of this marks. And what eventually happens, he pushes the entire thing away under the illusion of manifesting. What he thought was manifesting, visualizing, believing that he's worthy is actually not that. It is only desperation, and he is only begging for it. And the only point I'm trying to make here is, if you want your manifestations to work, you absolutely cannot be desperate, because you need a version of you to function in that part that has already achieved it, and you need to have some part of you that is so delulu that it believes ki yaar, I deserve this, I am worthy of this, I have worked hard for it. And you genuinely have to believe it, bhai, and you genuinely have to work for it. Okay, believing is only a part, working is the major part. And if you have done that, the least you would want to do is be desperate and get anxious. Okay. And I understand कि every time the situations are not in अपने favor कि यार हम लोग every time we try, like we do not get desperate, we do not get scared. Sometimes ऐसा हो जाता है, ऐसा जैसे कि इस example में इस बंदे का anxious और fearful होना एकदम, I mean it is not something wrong, ठीक है, but you can definitely minimize that or avoid that by assuring yourself, visualizing, and not looking at it from an angle of क्या बोलते हैं anxiety, because you are only pushing it away when you think you are actually visualizing. And there is such a thin line between pushing your goals away by begging for it and actually manifesting by believing that you deserve it. ठीक है. And मेरे साथ भी वही हो रहा है अभी, that is what I'm realizing. Again मेरे साथ वही हो रहा है because I feel like I'm like, why are people not watching me? I see other YouTubers who have only 2 to 3 videos on their channel and they are doing so good, and they already have over 1,000 of subscribers, and there is this comparison that's happening in my head. And then I'm like, oh my god, why is it not happening to me? Okay. And then I am thinking, like, I am doubting myself, am I not enough, am I not this, am I not, and I am aware of the flaws that I have or my videos have. Okay, I'm totally aware that the lighting is not good, my editing skills are not good, but it's not like उन लोगों के पास भी वो है. So you see the comparison that is happening, and you see the uh, okay, do you see the point where I'm functioning from over here? So there is this comparison that is absolutely not good for manifestation, and I am not even functioning from that version that actually has that many subscribers due to this comparison. So anything that is even stopping you from functioning at the level of your future self that already has that goal of yours is also क्या बोलते हैं is also uh, uh, it's also stopping you from actually manifesting. ठीक है. So that is what you need to understand. That is what even I realized कि if I actually want people to watch me and attract more viewers, I have to function, or I have to truly believe, and I have to act like I already have it. You have to act like it, you have to pretend. And even if nobody is watching, I have to go out and constantly post videos. I still have to keep on bettering myself. I still have to act like, and talk to the camera like, oh my god, so many people are watching me, so many people love me. That is what it is. And along with that, I also have to, like, think and believe, wow, I attract so many people, so many people like me, so many people are engaging with my content. And also with that, I have to constantly keep on working on my skills, developing better skills. I need to make sure that I shoot with better lighting. I have to make sure that every day I'm learning some editing skill. So there are 3 things that are happening. Okay, you visualize, where you actually sit and you like manifest or meditate, whatever. I attract more viewers, my YouTube channel is growing daily. These are affirmations. Then second thing is, you actually act it out, like you talk to the camera in this example, like you have so many subscribers, you act like the version that already has it. And third is, you keep on getting better, that you work towards the skill. If you want better marks, you study. If you want more viewers, you improve your editing, your video quality. Okay, that is about it. Yeah. And yeah, that was quick. I mean, ooh, it, and it's really, sometimes it gets a little difficult to really understand when are you actually pushing your goals away and when you are actually believing, because when you actually believe, you won't think about your goals 24 by 7 and 20, you won't think about your goal 24 by 7 throughout the day. You won't be all anxious. You won't be like, मेरे को मिल जाएगा ना, oh my god, I'm so scared. So you just believe, you'll be like, जो भी होना है सही होगा, मेरे फेवर में ही होगा, मेरे को जो चाहिए वही होगा, and you just have to end it there. ठीक है, you think about it once or twice or a couple of times a day, that is already enough. You do not have to think about it constantly. And even if you're thinking about it constantly, you absolutely do not have to think about it from a point of fear and anxiety, okay, because that will push it away. That is all I have to say. Okay, and sometimes you might, as I said, you might not be able to stop it, but I think at least being aware that you can unconsciously push your manifestations away, I think it at least puts you in a better spot because you're at least aware. So it's better than not being aware. Yeah, that's it for this video. I hope it is good. I think it is good. Yeah.